Hello, so welcome to another video. So for today I'll be teaching you guys how to build an advanced secretary, which is essentially just an advanced version of our Minutes of the Meeting app, which is the very first app that we made for this series, for this month. Before I do get into the tutorial proper, if you do want a Notion and PDF version of this tutorial, I did link that down below in the description box. And if you're not yet familiar with Airops, hopefully you are, which is the platform I use in building my AI-powered apps, I did link down below one of their introduction videos in the description box for you to check out. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So for our advanced secretary, this is going to be a workflow. So this is going to be one of the more advanced workflows that we're building. So I would suggest that you familiarize yourself with how I built the Minutes of the Meeting app, as well as check out the templates for the text to takeaways and the text classifier workflows, which you can find in the Airops templates. So for the advanced secretary, we're gonna start off with an input field, which is a file media. This is where the user will input their or upload their meeting recording. So we're gonna have this as required, save field. And then our first step here is going to be an AI transcription step. Let's go with accuracy. And then the file to transcribe will be the meeting recording. You can check this if it has multiple speakers, but if not, you can just leave it off. Save changes. Okay. Then we want our next step here, let's just give some space, to be one of my apps, which is the document summarizer. I will choose version 2 for this one, because version 2 is the one that takes input text. Some of my other versions are not taking text as an input. So for the input text, we will get the step 1 output. So we want the input here to be the meeting transcription. So save changes. Now we want to add another app over here, which is really from one of Airops templates, which is the text to takeaways. Yep, okay, and the transcript, the text transcript that we're gonna take as input is also the step 1 output. Save changes. And then the last app that we're adding here, hold on, let me just do that again. And then the last app that we're adding here is going to be the text classifier app. And it is also going to take the input from the transcript that is generated from step 1 of this workflow. Save changes. And then the very last step will be a logic text step. This is just going to be where we are going to format our output. Because if we don't format our output, the output that's going to give might just be the output of the last step in this workflow, which is going to be the text classifier. And we want to make sure that we get to see the outputs of the other steps as well, so let's format it here. So I like my outputs to start with the summary, and this is generated in step 2. So step 2 output. Meeting takeaways is going to be in step 3 output, and then next we'll do the meeting transcript last. So I know that the step 1 is the one that generates the meeting transcript, but for here we want to choose the step 4 output, because the transcript that's generated in step 1 is just really like a huge and long paragraph, and the text is just compressed within each other. Whereas in step 4, it actually takes this transcript and it breaks it down into different statements and then classifies those statements, whether this statement is a note, whether it's an issue, or whether it's an action point. Really up to you how you configure the app, or like what categories you're giving to the app to use. So I want my transcript to look like that. I don't want my transcript to look like just like one long paragraph or like really long paragraphs of text. I want it to be just statements of whoever's speaking and then a category of what their statement is. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna format my output. So let's save changes. Okay, and now we wanna save draft. For this one, let's choose this girl. Save, publish, and then let's just, instead of testing it here, let's try to run it in our workspace. Okay, so I'm just going to choose. So I'm just gonna choose a short audio file so that doesn't take too long. I think this is the audio from one of Airops YouTube tutorials, or I'm guessing this is from their introduction video that I saved. Let's just see though. Okay, so there you go. So first we have the meeting summary and bullets in the first part. Next we got the takeaways, which is generated from step 3. And then next we have the meeting transcript. So instead of just like a really long paragraph, now it's divided into different statements and different categories, which is seen in the very first part of each statement. So yeah, that's pretty much how you build the advanced secretary. Hopefully now this can save time in taking meeting notes, and if you have a meeting recording, especially if your meetings are held online or through Zoom and you have a recording of it, you could just upload it in this app and it's going to generate the minutes for you. It's going to generate the summary, takeaways, and the transcript. So hopefully this will help. And again, if you do want a downloadable reference for this tutorial, I did link that down below in the description box. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a fun time building.